terms of how these pro-Kannada organizations in fact want to intensify their protests and how they want to up their ante. So now we're understanding this entire pro-Kannada organizations which are headed by Vatsan Nagaraj have now called for a KRS Chalo. Essentially, they want to now move towards the dam area. So we are now understanding these organizations will now want to hold a rally from Mysore Circle, which is in Bengaluru, to try and get out the KRS dam as well. Let's also now bring in our colleague Akshara, who in fact has been keeping a close eye in these developments. Akshara, despite the fact that there is massive inconvenience to citizens, to passengers, the water, these pro-Kannada outfits and the organizations are only wanting to up their ante. Now we're understanding they in fact want to move from Mysore Circle in Bengaluru and try and get out the entire area of the KRS dam. What are you hearing? When do they plan to move? How many people plan to join as far as this protest is concerned?
Well, as of now, from the word coming in from pro-Kannada organizations is that they plan to, organize more than 2,000 vehicles, and from Bengaluru they'll be heading towards holding a rally towards the KRS dam. They'll be gearing the KRS dam there. This will be taking place on October 5th. And rightly, as you pointed out, there's a lot of inconvenience that has been caused to the state of Karnataka. And if you take an economic point of view, the Karnataka state has been witnessing a huge loss when it comes to the economic aspect. Remember, economic pointing out the fact that around 200 to 400 crores in the form of tax has been lost to the state government and central government because of the Bangalore Bandh that was caused a couple of days back on September 26th. And with the Karnataka Bandh today, with distribution and also production, as well as a few of the services being shut down, the state government and the central government in the form of taxes will lose around 2,000 crores. So that's what the economists have to say regarding this whole economic impact with which the Karnataka and Bengaluru Bandh is having on the Karnataka state. So right now what we are hearing is that they'll be they'll try to garo KRS dam on October 5th by marching and holding a rally from Bengaluru to Mysuru. So they have made it pretty much clear that until and unless the Karnataka state government stops the reach of Kaveri water, they'll only intensify the protest and will not stop it in the coming time.
Akshara, we'll just request you to stay on with us. So as Akshara is pointing out that the protests are only going to intensify. They're not going to be limited to within the city limits but move outside the city as well. Let's also now bring in our colleague Ritu, who's also... Okay, we'll just try and get Ritu also. But Akshara, as you were pointing out a short while ago, that the larger question that every citizen today is asking is, what will the Bandh ultimately achieve? Why is there a complete breakdown as far as no communication, no talks between the state government and these protesting organizations?
Well, you see, the Karnataka state government, including the Chief Minister and the Home Minister, clearly stated that, yes, they'll not try to curb the protest within the confined area of the Freedom Park or any other place for that matter where they're allowed to protest, but they also requested that the protests go on peacefully, do not disturb or cause any inconvenience to the general public. At the very same time, they maintain that there is no necessity in order to call for a bandh, and they clearly urge the pro-Kannada organizations and the farmers' outfits to ensure that they do not call for a bandh, to stop calling for bandhs, because it will obviously will have an impact on the economy of the state. Remember, the Karnataka Home Minister, he himself said that after the Bengaluru bandh, with the Karnataka bandh now, the state has incurred around 2,000 crores of loss of revenue. So that's what the Karnataka state government is pointing out and is clearly opposing the bandh call by these pro-Kannada organizations.
Akshara, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Taking on from what my colleague was pointing out in terms of what will be the economic cost and impact of this bandh, and also ultimately what will this bandh achieve. So let's just give you an overview in terms of what is the state losing because of this bandh, and this is what economists are estimating. Remember, these are only estimates. They're saying 2 days bandh can cost the state approximately 4,000 crores. Some experts are also saying it can go upwards as well. If you look at specific sectors that are going to be impacted, 1 day closure just for the traders will be 100 crores of losses as far as GST is concerned. Then let's talk about hotels in the aviation space as well. The Hotel Association is estimating losses of again 100 crores as far as excise duty is concerned. As we were pointing out a short while ago, over 40 flights have already been cancelled. So there's loss coming to that sector as well. Revenue loss in the form of taxes around 400 to 500 crores. So there is a complete breakdown as far as any communication between both the sides is concerned, and then there is losses to the exchequer as well. Take over a month to recover as far as these losses are concerned. Once again, raising that larger question that we do see these bunds being called, but at the end of the day, who really is achieving from this bund and what is the cost, not just for the citizen, but for the state government as well. We'll continue that conversation with our colleague in just a bit. Some of the reactions also coming in.
छोटे छोटे किसान हैं उसका ऊपर ये गवर्नमेंट कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट आने के बाद उनका ऊपर अन्याय हो रहा है, उनको ऊपर केस डाल रहे हैं, उनको बलात्कार से उठा के रहे, जेसीबी से सभी आम का झाड़ सभी निकल तोड़ के रहे हैं। मैं कंप्लेंट राज्यपाल को दिया है, मगर बाद में हम स्पीकर को दिल्ली में दे रहा हूँ। ये अलीबाबा 40 चोर्स करके क्या है, इनका चुनाव का गैंग क्या है, ये गैंग इन्हें चुनाव के लिए अमर राज का क्या ये रिवर है उसको भी छोड़ के दे रहे हैं। हम ऐसा नहीं, अमर राज का ये क्या कावेर है पहले से उसका फेवर में रहता है।
Actually, Congress is doing politics and the blame putting on us, it is very wrong. Who demanded the release of water to Tamil Nadu? Court? Tribunal? No, nobody else. It is not an order. See, immediately telling that, see, farmers of the Tamil Nadu is in trouble, so that we are releasing the water. We are releasing the water. This was the statement by the irrigation minister and deputy CM. Okay. See, after that, they are also released the water and we protested, that's all.
We have deployed nearly 500 people over town hall and we have made adequate bandobast arrangements. So we will see that no untoward incident takes place. So we are going to give break. Whom we are going to come here, we are going to, since 144 section is in force as per Commissioner's order. So we want any protest to be conducted that is designated place is Freedom Park, we will send them out.
Bengaluru itself is a city which is going to be staring at day zero, maybe in years to come. And to that extent, extremely critical to showcase the cause. So the only reason I am totally with the cause of this band is the fact that water is important to all of us and water scarcity is going to be an interstate issue in a big, big way. A band does not really affect a business because, you know, we have the act of God or the act of devil called COVID, which actually taught us to be doing work from home or school from home. So education does not get affected, work does not get affected, and I think the notional numbers of losses that people talk about remain notional. But what it does is it affects the psyche of the people who live in a city to say that I must not step out today because there could be trouble.
Tell us, viewers, how does this affect the state economy, the call for Bandh?
Sir, any Bandh it will impact the trade industry, and especially suppose you take Bangalore Bandh. We had incurred a loss of about turnover of about more than 10,000 crores because half of the business, trade industry, production, whether it is distribution, trading, industry and services, if you take, majority 50% is in Bangalore and Bangalore surrounding areas. So, but we cannot say loss to our personal for a trade industry because it is for a cause, we don't mind it. But state government and central government have lost the revenues in the form of taxes around 400 to 500 crores on that Bangalore Bandh there. And subsequently, if Karnataka whole state is getting to Bandh, you can understand about 2,000 crores taxes will go, about guess is there about per day around 10 lakh crores turnover. But more importantly, we are bothered as a FKCCI trade industry is that the production, once it gets halted, distribution get halted, 1 week, 3 national holidays come, Sunday comes, 2 bandhs. To set right these things, it will take about 20 days. We morally support the cause and the organization which have given call for that. And I leave it to the respective associations and district chambers.
The direction from the Supreme Court is clear the Kaveri Water Tribunal, whatever the norms laid out is clear. Rather than abiding the law, they take law into their own hands and they instigate people of Karnataka for their own political mileage and benefits. What is more surprising is, here Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is quiet. He doesn't even send out a statement condemning this kind of activities instigating people. There is no law. There is no law in Karnataka. And people around some outfits, Kannadiga outfits, seems to take law into their own hands. And going to Supreme Court asking for a revision, and Tamil Nadu government has still not filed their appeal on the same. The silence of Stalin is definitely raising eyebrows because it seems that his priority is to protect the business interests of his family members in Karnataka rather than the interest and priorities of farmers in Tamil Nadu.